What's going on, y'all? There's no need to be bashful. You know exactly why you clicked on this video. You want to see what's in my bag, and most importantly, you want to see how far I hit my clubs. So without further ado, let's do it right now. So I know a lot of you down that lens have been, curious about how my speed training has been going and what something's been happening with. So we're gonna jump into that today on what's in the bag. We're gonna go through every single club, talk about how they're built, what the specs are, and also how far I hit them. Fun fact, I've been doing some speed training and I'm not exactly sure how far I hit them, so it'll be just as exciting for me as it is for you. I'm gonna put the specs for each club as I get to them right here on the bottom of the screen, so that way I'll keep it 100% accurate, since y'all know I don't really know too much about what's in my clubs. I just know exactly how I like to hit them. All right, let's get it started. All right. That's a little more online. All right, now we're gonna move on to my 54-degree sand wedge. There we go, that's a little bit more with the gap wedge. Perfect spin, about 125. That's exactly what I expect gap wedge to carry. All right, moving on to the pitching wedge. Let's give this the old thumpy thump. There it is. 145 at the pitching wedge is probably about right where I'd expect it. All right. 9-iron, here we go. .156, that was perfectly struck. I probably don't need to hit that any. 8-iron should be normally for me was about 150. I'm gonna guess it's probably somewhere around 160 carry-ish. Little pulley, but 180, no way, that's way too long. I think I got a little hot flyer on that one. It's a little pulley, but there's no way that's 180. Another 180. There's no way an 8-iron is going 180 yards. It's gotta be a misread. All right, moving on to the 7-iron. I'm just getting hot. It's getting difficult to swing a golf club. There we go. That's a nice strike. Make sure that red on the track monitor. All right, 6-iron. Let's give this bad boy a thrash. That's about as good as I needed to hit that. That is absolutely smoked. Pick it up. All right, so now we took a little break from the heat because it is scorching out here. Now, I know a lot of you down that lens always look in my bag and say, Kenny, you spend too much money on clubs. How does your girlfriend allow you to spend money on clubs like this? So I actually partner with a brand called Curated, which is a company that allows you to connect with experts. And it's really cool because they have a lot of different categories. They sell, golf gear, hiking gear, camping gear, fishing gear, and many other categories that they all have experts that are like myself that are very knowledgeable about these products. So I reached out to my expert, Shelby. She's a professional golfer that plays on the WAPT tour. And we chatted a little bit back and forth about some of the things in my bag and what I needed and what I was looking for. And she was was actually able to give me some pretty insightful ideas on a club setup that would help me meet my gapping needs. And one of the things I liked about it is she was completely unbiased. Even though she plays certain types of clubs, she was just really willing to listen to what I like to see. And I love the fact that I could talk to another professional golfer that plays competitively and understands that you have to have a lot of trust and a lot of confidence in your clubs. So initially, you go to the website and obviously fill in a little bit of information about yourself, your likes, your interests, and some things that you're looking for particularly. And then Curated automatically behind the scenes connects you with an expert that's most likely to be able to help you with your specific needs. In my case, that was Shelby. And then from there, your expert gives you a couple of curated options based off of the conversation you have that you can purchase directly through their site, and they handle all the fulfillment and ship it directly to your door. And I think this is a great alternative for those of you who may not have access, or if we're being honest, the resources to pay some of the prices that I've paid in some of the previous videos I talked about for some of my clubs. I think Curated will give all of you down that lens a great opportunity to talk to a professional that is just as good as anybody that I've worked with in an online capacity, get some feedback and get some advice on what types of clubs that you might want to put in your bag to help you fit your needs. I've actually ordered a couple of clubs from them myself, which we'll be talking about in another video. So excited I've got some new clubs to play with. And of course, in Kenny Cat fashion, upgraded shafts. I highly recommend that if you don't have access or you just want to try a different experience with maybe some different professionals, give Curated a try, check them out. I'll put a link to their website in the description below. All right, let's get back into the heat and let's go ahead and hit some of those woods and then see exactly how far my clubs go. Let's do it. All right, and we're back at home. That was a pretty fun time. Obviously, it was very, very, very hot. So it was a lot of work collecting all those shots and doing averages over time. Overall, looking at all the yardages, everything seemed to be pretty good. I'm just gonna throw those yardages right up here on the screen. For the most part, we've got pretty good gapping between all my irons and my wedges, about 12 or so yards, 12 to 15 yards, give or take, between all of them. As a result of the speed training that I've been doing and the improvements that I've done with my swing, I've definitely picked up pretty much a full club throughout the bag, especially when I get to some of those middle and longer irons. One of the biggest things that I've noticed out on the course and in tournaments is that I have not used my 3-wood much at all in the last 20 rounds or so that I've played. And a lot of that is because for whatever reason, my 5-wood, I just tend to hit it better, and I can get it off the tee out there 245, 250 yards, and I can hit it off the deck about a good 230, 240, and it has a nice height to it and everything, and I can bomb it. But my 3-wood, for whatever reason, just spins up so much, and it just does not go any further than my current 5-wood, so I haven't really had much use for it. And again, thanks to our friends over at Curated for sponsoring this video and helping Kenny Cat Golf grow. Getting that 3-wood gapping fix is definitely something I'm excited to partner with them on and get fit for a club that's going to hopefully fill that gap. I didn't go over my putter because I just made a video about that, and I'll put a link to that in the description above if you do want to happen to see the cool new putter I got, which I made an entire video about that club. Check that one out up here. But as always, thank you very much for watching my YouTube channel. Deuces, people. Let's keep it moving.